Alrighty guys, time for a little bit of bass therapy. It's been a little bit of a ride last few weeks, so it's definitely needed, you know. Oh, I got stigmatism. Ooh, excuse me, bless me. Whatever you want to call it. Well, yeah, let's get some bass in my life. So yep, that I don't even have this hooked up. But I haven't really did anything to this thing. I'm just waiting on these other subs to come in, and once they come in, I start tearing this apart. I'm gonna get a hair in my ass and redo all this that I'm doing. Then obviously, you know, big giant hole. But redo. I got a lot to redo, so I'm gonna be going to the Fernando Invasion or whatever it's called next month, and what do you call it, I'm gonna be using these subs. I'm gonna be using pretty much everything I got right now, everything the way it is now, before I get these Sundown X18 V3s that I have coming. Obviously I'm using 3 Scars ZVX 18s right now, and these Sundown X18s will definitely open up another door for me in this bass world and competition. I can get more power, you know, just more everything really. I'm not knocking any brand, Star or Sundown, or just any brand period. I mean, you know, just you get what you get on a budget, and then you know, for instance me, I'm very budgeted, so everything I got is super cheap. Got it for, you know, mechanical work, a little bit of money, that kind of stuff, and subs wise and box building and stuff like that, the amps and everything I got sponsored by Slapz Audio. But other than that, I mean, Slapz Audio, Alan, the owner, which is an awesome guy, he's going to be sending me his 18s when they come in this spring, and I'm going to throw them in here. And I'm going to have Sundown X18 V3s at that time, but I'm going to rock the Slapz Audio brand because he's done me wrong. He's done me so good. He's done me right. He's a good guy. And there's nothing wrong with trying out these new products that these businesses are trying to put out for people that are budgeted minded like me. That's one really good thing I do like about this brand, Slapz, is excuse me, the budget friendly orientation that he, you know, puts his business around for people that can't afford, you know, $2,000, $3,000 8Ks, which is crazy. Can't afford these stupid $1,300 subs, you know, just wild expensive subs now. You know, obviously they're good, but this you know, Slapz, his brand, he's making it to where, you know, people like me can afford products, can afford a good sounding quality sub, amps. And my amp that I have, I can actually show you, it is keeping up with any amp you can think of brand wise on the market. in the lanes, I mean, I'm abusing this thing, I am beating it, I am torturing it. Obviously I'm at 0.67 ohm with it. I mean, I'm just really putting it through its paces, and it's doing way above its rating. It's just the best amp I've ever owned in my life. I am only using 12 LTO prismatic cells, so I'm right at the limit, a little bit less at the limit for this amp. But Williston Audio Labs did a review on this particular amp. It's not it's not called Slapz, but it's the identical amp. It's the Team Pi 7.5, and you know, at 0.8 ohm, it was doing 12,000, which is incredible. And I'm at 0.67, but I got box rise, so I'm clamping almost 9,000 RMS at 2 ohms with box rise and everything at 20 hertz on the meter. Obviously I clamp more as the frequency goes up and my box rise goes down. But you know, I think I clamped around 11 or 12 at one ohm, maybe a little bit less, but it's just, I do a lot of videos, testing and that kind of stuff. So, you know, I get in the lanes all the time and compete. No going against war with nobody, nothing like that. It's just not the way it is, really. People are competing and seeing what they get and what they got. No hate. And I see what I'm clamping. I'm clamping really good numbers with what I got. I'm 9,000 at 2 ohms. I'm doing a 158.4 at 20 hertz after points. So I'm doing like a 154, 155. That's 2-minute runs, mind you. 2-minute runs, subsonic, bottom out, bottom out. And it's really rough and tough. It's pretty much some of the hardest you can do to your equipment in the lanes is a bottom out run. Like I said, 20 hertz and under, full tilt for 2 minutes straight, and you got to keep that score and that power on the meter, or you'll drop out, or if you can't handle it or something happens, you know. And that happens a lot now. Like, you might accidentally, you know, your USB, for instance, might mess up on you in the middle of like a minute and 30 in, and it mess up, and then you have to redo it all over again. So it's that's just one instance that happens. There's many. like the meter, something happened into the equipment, you gotta wait. There's like an error that's gotta get fixed. So you know, you get in there and you compete and things happen, so you really punish these systems doing bottom out class, 20 hertz and under. And I'm doing I did a 148 at 15 hertz. On paper, I can get the proof if I need to, but on meter, and I'm doing a 149 now at 15, but I'm at these subs mechanical limit, these Scars ZBX 18s. There's nothing wrong with them. They work great. I don't smell them. I don't have any problems with them. I did clip 3 of them at the last event, the eastbound get down. It's because I was clipping the amp, obviously, for 2 minutes. I was trying to keep the score. I was trying to beat somebody that it's wild. I got beat by 0.4 and with just an 8K, and this dude had, I can't even remember, I think he had like 4 12Ks or something. But yeah, really nice sound system. I like that build. It was probably one of the best ones I've seen out there. Besides one of our teammates in a white Jeep, he just, that thing's a monster, dude. One day I'll be able to keep up with what the hell just happened? One day I'll be able to keep up with these people, man. But it doesn't stop. You do let's just say I do a 155 plus. Next thing you know, somebody else is destroying you, and you gotta figure out how to get louder. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Another thing I'm gonna be doing is right here, I'm gonna be putting up like a piece of wood coming up right here, going across as an experiment, and I'm gonna see if that'll help with the flow. Also, I have a teammate that this is something he's done and suggested to me, is right here he's got a little square piece of wood, triangle, triangle, I don't know my shapes, and it's just enough to where it's, you know, blocking the window a little bit, but you can still see out the rearview mirror, side mirror, and it gained for him. So I'm going to try that too, try these little tricks and see what happens. I've been going through a lot here lately, so it's been a wild ride. My mom, she has cancer, and she's now lost her fight with it, and hospice has been involved now, and they're taking over, and it's just a matter of time. So I've been, me and my family, my brothers and my sister, we've all been, you know, spending as much time as we can with my mom. So my dad's not doing good either. He's always had a problem, you know, picking up stuff, and, you know, he just has no shoulder muscles and stuff where he can't even pick up a cup of coffee. And so it's a big battle when you're really close with a family, and you do everything you can for them. So, but they got a GoFundMe. I'm gonna put it I'm gonna link it on my YouTube. If anybody is interested of trying to help out, they can. If not, I understand. I'm not trying to push anybody to do it. You know, it's rough right now in the world with money. Shit, when income tax time comes, we're buying bulk food. You know what I mean? But they're in a situation to where financially, you know, they have finances that they gotta pay, and with both of them being down, it's a struggle. It's really non-existent, and they need as much help as they can get. And my sister and my two brothers have been doing so much, and I'm so proud of them. They've been doing so much to help, but it's not enough. But if y'all are interested, I'm gonna stop rambling. If y'all are interested, I'm gonna put it down in the link. And also, a guy named Stuart, he sent me he sent me money a couple weeks ago on my YouTube channel, and I gotta shout you out, homie. You're awesome, man. Thank you. I still have the $20. I appreciate it, and I'm going to use it. What I do is, if I get sent money through me myself, I keep it and save it until I go to these events. I use it for fuel, use it to pay for metering. It's expensive. It's like $75 to run one run at, like, let's say Made of Steel, and it's $30 to do a run, you know, $40 to do 2 runs, you know, stuff like that. It costs money, and, you know, it helps. So thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. But other than that, I'm gonna try to get out of all this wild, crazy stuff right now in my mind, and go get some bass therapy. And I hope that y'all enjoy these videos. I'm not really good with content creating, but I would like to see Joe Blows, man, like, get a budget system, and they bass out and listen to music and shit, and their therapy. I literally don't know how I would be if I didn't have a system. So, but alright, guys, I'm off to my spot that I call Mexico, because it's the only place I can really go and bass out with being a little louder than regular vehicles, and get away with it. But here recently, people have been popping up and wanting demos and stuff there, which is fine, but it's come to the point where apparently there's people that live somewhere in the woods everywhere around there that I wasn't even aware of, and they're coming out now because they're getting tired of it. So it's daytime. I'm gonna go back to this place I call Mexico, and I'm gonna bass out and see what happens, and listen to some music and get some therapy, and I'm gonna give it the beans on the way home. I always do, and stop and probably give me some coffee or something, and see what happens. I'm gonna bass out, and if they show up, if these people get upset and show up, I'm gonna probably try to record it, because they're a little older fashioned, and I do respect people, and I don't want to bother them, but it's daytime, and, you know, I'm not trying to disturb anybody, but it's daytime, there ain't nobody around me, so, and they're pretty rough around the edges, so let's just see what happens. And I'm rough around the edges, you know. I've had to delete a few comments, you know, about my oily hair and I got red on my face. I have oily hair, it's just the way I am. I'm a mechanic on top of it. And I always put my hair behind my hat when I'm working. My hands are nasty, I don't care, I'm a man, you know. And, you know, just me having oily hair is the way it is. And the red on my face, I have like eczema or whatever it's called, something in the winter time when it gets cold, you know, pretty much anything like that. My face gets a little red around my nose, sometimes on my forehead, and it's been stressful for a while here recently, and stress makes it do it too. So I delete those comments instantly when I get them. But it's kind of weird that people say stuff like that to each other, you know. I don't do that to nobody, and I wouldn't want nobody to do it to me. So, but yeah, let's get to this base therapy. Alrighty, so here's Mexico. And apparently people, this is just, you know, fine, but apparently some people live like way down there, and there's some people that live way the hell down there, but they're the ones that are complaining. But I've been basing out for a little bit and haven't really been recording it, but guess I'm gonna record one. I just downloaded this one song, Put On or whatever. I'm gonna try it out and see what happens. Pretty much it. Whew. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more this time. I didn't have it up at all the last demo. I wasn't even paying attention that apparently I turned the radio down itself. I usually have the radio all the way up to where it's at its point where it doesn't clip, and then I just use my knob. I use an EQ to do, so I have this on 60. I do not clip at 60, and then I have my knob and all my, you know, pretty much I use all that for my bass knobs, for my highs, my mids, and my subs. And apparently I had the radio turned down a lot, so I was wondering why it wasn't hitting as hard, but it's still good. So I'm gonna try this song now. See what happens. You know what I mean? A little bit.
Yeah.